Hello everyone, Royce here and welcome to channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to feature another inflorescence or flower bloom coming from the Sansevieria metallica cultivar, which is newly discovered, and it's a mutation coming here from the Philippines. It's named after Azuncion, as requested by the discoverer, which is in honor to his mother-in-law, Azuncion Panoy. So what I'm showing you right now are the first days of the flower stalk growing. The first one is in the form of a pincer-like appearance, which is very hard to come by and very hard to spot. So in the first days, they'll just look like bud skins that are formed like pincers, and then as the days goes by, it will grow in height, like what I'm showing you right now in this picture. And also, the flower tubes will not be very evident during the start of the growth of the flower stalk. Like what you're seeing right now, you can't see any flower tubes on it. Those are flower bracts covering the flower tubes. So the flower tubes are usually tubulate or tube-like in appearance. There are other inflorescences that are days older than what we are taking as a focus picture. So in the picture that we're focusing, though, you will not still see the flower tubes. They are not evident. All you can see there are the flower bracts covering them. So the bud bracts are being left on the bottom part, and then on a daily basis it will grow in height, and they will start to grow apart from each other, especially the flower bracts. When they grow apart from each other, like what I'm showing you right now, the flower tubes will start to become very evident, and you will see them also grow in length. So they will grow in about 1 to 1.2 inch, but I have already recorded that in the second part, so please stay tuned, as everything is actually measured live on the second part of the content. What I'm showing right now is the day-to-day basis of transformation of the budding phase, and next will be the blooming phase, wherein some of the bottom portions of the flower tubes already opened up. So not all the flower tubes will open up in just a day. It will take about 5 to 6 days, even a week, for all the flower tubes to open up for us. So please stay tuned on the second part of the content, where we will be discussing more about inflorescence. What I'm showing you right now is the last pictures before we discuss the inflorescence thoroughly. So please stay tuned, as I will show you another video where we will be taking measurements and data for the record of the inflorescence. Alright folks, so we're back, and this is the second part of the content, where we will be discussing the inflorescence or flower bloom of the Sansevieria metallica cultivar, that is or will be named as Azuncion, because as requested by the husband of the discoverer, it's going to be honored with, I think, the mother of the discoverer, which is named Azuncion. So they have requested that this metallica mutation that was found in the Philippines be named after that person, which is the mother of the discoverer. So actually the seller that I know is Marilo Panoy, and her husband was the one who discovered this certain type of metallica mutating amongst a colony of metallicas, or I'm not sure if it was a silver siam or siam silver colony, or just the plain green form of metallica, but it was Marilo Panoy's husband who discovered it along the highway where they were hunting for Sansevieria. So they came across with a mutation of a Sansevieria metallica that is equivalent to something like the cultivar of Trifasciata, which is frozen. So this type of metallica has something like a pattern of a frozen surface. So that is how I would describe it. And before, this is actually the front part of the leaf, and this is the back part of the leaf. uh, and I was hesitant at first if they were really part of the metallica species, but upon taking pictures daily of the growth of the inflorescence or the transformation of the inflorescence, I'm able to conclude that they are part of the metallica species, and they actually grow offset of true to form. I have not tried leaf propagating them, and I can't say if the leaf propagation will be reverting back to the original metallica, but for sure in the future I'll be able to uh, do that experiment of leaf propagating this metallica Azuncion, which I am presenting to you right now. So again, this is a mutation coming from the Philippines, and I have also already featured it before as as an unconfirmed species of Sansevieria, because I wasn't sure. I had no inflorescence to base it with, or make a conclusion that it is part of the metallica species. But now that I do, I will be concluding that it is part of the metallica species, and it is rightful to be a cultivar, because it has been giving true to leaf form so far. So in this one clump, there are new growths on it, especially in the back part, right over there. So that is a true to leaf form. That is not how normal metallica species would have a pattern of. So that is clearly a true to leaf form of becoming a cultivar, because it doesn't revert to the original when it gives offset. It had been a couple of times, and as you can see that I'm having a clump of them, so therefore we can conclude that it is a cultivar, and it is a cultivar of the metallica species of Sansevieria. Now, with that established, we're going to take some records or data with regards to the inflorescence of Sansevieria metallica Azuncion. So again, Sansevieria the genus, metallica species, Azuncion being the name of the cultivar. So I will be also writing about it in the journals of the International Sansevieria Society. I'm just finding time, which I do not have at the moment. Maybe by next year I'll start writing again. And next is going back to what we were discussing. I will be taking data with regards to the inflorescence of the specimen that I have in front of me right now. So I'll have to click the camera again, so we can be free in getting some data with the use of our tools. So I'll have to clip everything, and I can use a 24-inch ruler, but to be more accurate, it's better to actually use just the measuring tape. So this is actually a 24-inch ruler. This is a reading by inches, and that's ending up with 24-inch. So if I put it right over here, it will tell you that the specimen leaf length is more than 24-inch. I would say it's about 30 plus inches, but like I mentioned, it's difficult to just use the ruler to the 24-inch ruler to get the data of the leaf length when the specimen is very long. So the best thing to do is to just use the measuring tape, and this is the measuring tape that we always use. It's the only one that I have available. I guess we'll start off with measuring the length of the specimen, or how long the specimen and how wide the leaves are. So I'm going to start off with this one, and the first measure that I have is that's 88 inches. I don't know if that you got that clear in the camera, but it's 88 inches for the first leaf. Second one is over 100, and I'm measuring it at 103 inches, so that's about more than 3 feet. And then we can measure the length of the width of the leaf. It's better to use inches. So for the width, it's as wide as 2.8 inches. I'll check some other leaf width. Some leaf width would be 3.1 inches. This other one is 3.5. I don't know if you can see that, but the leaf length or leaf width, actually there's something that's thinner out here. You have 2.2, so that's 2.2 for the thinnest or narrowest leaf that I can find. 2.2 to 3.2 inches for the width of the specimen that I am recording right now. So that's for the leaf length and leaf width. The tips would be the same as all the metallica. I don't want to disturb the inflorescence, but just to show you, this is how the leaf would look like. It is a pointy leaf but not sharp, and then as they mature, the leaf tip would be having wilty end for the leaf tips. So if they're juvenile, they are pointed but not sharp. I think the leaf tip is subulate, but it's durable, not brittle or sharp. Later on we can focus on that, but right now what we'll do next is measure the flower stalk. So the one in front, which I am measuring, is actually at about 25 inches. So that's more than 2 feet. That's 2 feet and an inch. But there is something that's taller on that side over there. So we'll try to measure it. That is 30 inches tall. So in centimeters, that's 76, 75 centimeters versus the first one, which is 69 centimeters, and you have the shortest of them at around 16 inches, maybe 17, and that's 46 centimeters. So that's those are the variants in the inflorescence height that I was able to note down with regards to specimen of Sansevieria metallica Azuncion. So um, I guess the other data that we can gather would be the size or length of the flower tube, and we'll have to use the trusty digital caliper to do that. So set it on, and that's 0. We'll start off with the shortest. The shortest ones are mostly on the topmost portion. So topmost portion would be at 22 millimeters, and the ones that are ready to bloom, we'll have to find something down here. The ones that are ready to bloom would be at that's 28.9 millimeters. So that's the variance between the sizes of the flower tube. Next would be the flowers per cluster, and perhaps I'll have to remove the phone from the clip so we can focus and find out the flowers per cluster. So like I mentioned, they are part of the metallica species. So the ones on top would usually end up 2 to 1 flowers attached to the cluster. That's the minimum. And upon checking, since we're dealing with just the same, we have one other in here. So I'm not sure if that's clear, if you can count it with the flowers on it. I see 3, 4. I'm seeing still an average of 4 flowers in the cluster. There are some that are 3 on the cluster. So like I mentioned, we're still dealing with the metallica species, so it wouldn't make any difference because it would just have the same count of flowers per cluster like we have with the Siam Silver, which is the first one that we have featured. So I'm still trying to check if I can find some that would be 5. I think there are 5 in a cluster, especially in this part, but it's not that very clear. Maybe it's just 4, or maybe we can there are some that are reaching 5, but that's the average is really 4. There could be a maximum of 5, but I'm sure that the minimum would be 1 flower tube attached at the upper portion of the inflorescence for metallica species. So aside from that, still this is the color. That's the color of the stalk itself. It's we're dealing with metallica, and that's the size of the peduncle of the metallica. I think we can have that recorded. Let me just check if I can get the caliper. I think we can have that recorded right over here. So the diameter of the peduncle of metallica species would be 7.8. That's the same. That's the same with the one that we have already featured, which is the silver Siam, because I don't need to go there again and check it. I can just familiarize when I see the inflorescence and you study them. If you frequently deal with them and study them, then you don't have to go back and check. You can just familiarize and tell that they have the same diameters for the stalk itself, or the peduncle. The flower tubes are the same length, so you would become very familiarized with the inflorescence of the species that you deal with. So there's really sometimes no need. There's no need, aside from if I really wanted to prove to you that the measurements are really accurate. which I think it's kind of moot right now. So I guess we have covered everything that we need for this specimen, and we have proven that it's part of the Metallica species. So, folks, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below. And then, if you enjoyed watching, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and you all have a great day.